She can be. That's her. That's how she feel about herself. I feel like everyone should think highly of themselves.
So it's based, you're special based how you feel.
Hobby, like what do you like to do in your free time?
Like honestly, I'm staying in the library whole day. Like I only study, like staying in the library. Like
So you study and okay. Well, while you're on your
Muslim, and she also is in OF. Those two things are so far apart, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
So we allow women to live in Disneyland, but the problem lies in when men.
You're gonna understand.
Okay, see, I love it how you guys want to qualify your wants and needs, but if the guy says, well, you know what, I make this kind of money, I'm a top tier guy, I want a virgin. Well, it's like you're still like give each other like claps and all this other stuff for like very minor accomplishments.
And there's a hidden language for TikTok that they all speak as well.
I know.
But,
That's a little minor band.
We're just gonna listen.
Yeah, but there's still that. Oh, they look good, so I'm gonna give them this number. So if a guy, like you said, he could not be attracted to.
Wait, this is the intro?
Yeah, it's still intro, bro.
Yeah.
Literally.
They just wanted to interrupt every 2 seconds, so.
Looking to take the next step in your career, then you have to
Something like that, I think it's fun. I like it.
So if somebody had a kink, for example, where they do, because like I don't think you can explain away behavior purely. And here's the.
No, that is a side gig. I'm a bartender. I provide for myself with
male versus female clientele at the bar.
Honestly, there's plenty of women that come in.
That's not what I asked them. Is it more
Of how this is from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. They just take all the earnings of men, all the earnings of white men compared to all the earnings of Asian women.
I don't know.
asked me, so I'm telling you how we fly
I'm just
planes.
a guy in a plane trying to land it. I'm terrified. What do I do?
A bunch of stuff, and you're gonna need progressive instructions to try to live.
Okay, so what do I do? What's the first step?
I think even if you hate it, the way we handle it in America is harmful, but that's a different discussion. So.
Well, I'm happy to get into that discussion, but.
Careful, we're outnumbered.
Great as it's
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, so, yeah, and you're an honest person.
Yeah.
Yeah, saying you don't
Because
lie.
you're telling me that the way God looks at us. Oh.
Thought that was sort of similar, but I've been told by that escort community that is not what I am.
Okay. Okay.
I should have read the reviews. Always.
That's not your job.
I'm just saying, from my point of view.
Your point of view is irrelevant.
This generation
And this is the problem. Let's just keep it 1,000. Your point of view is irrelevant. Why do women feel the
and saying to you that I'm not going to keep your fragile ideology intact or not destroy the fragile ideology if it's bad, because that in some way is going to be emotionally painful.
Told her to stop and.
Well, I told her to stop, like, because I was like pretty stern. I was like, hey, can you stop tapping your nails on the table? And she kind of gave me a look.
Who likes being a side chick?
Yeah.
No, there are some girls that like to be side chick. I know a friend, she literally just does something and she's fine doing it.
That's one girl.
There's multiple girls like that.
I guess it was not something I had ever thought of.
Yeah.
But having this conversation, it definitely is like there's things connecting in my brain. I'm like, ooh, that is really interesting. Like not a perspective I've thought of before. I think it makes me.
Once you absolutely.
If you are barely going positive and you barely go 280 and 10 ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I don't understand. Go to mine.
His fault or is it the man's fault?
It's both. If every woman today that was marketable, and all of you guys are on the market, correct? Looking for life partners?
I've never been on the market.
Okay.
Okay, no,
But if every one of you...
False.
No, it's not false.
False.
I promise you I
What's
would
your
not
job,
be here.
Andrew? What's your
I'm a
credentials?
robotics mechanic.
A robotics mechanic? What's your degrees in?
I don't have a degree.
How are you a robotics mechanic and you don't have a
'Cause I
degree?
I'd rather a confident guy over like someone that's insecure and being funny. I just kind of grosses me out. I don't know.
What makes a man insecure in your opinion?
What makes them insecure?
Men put women in one of two buckets when they meet them. Sneaky link, as you literally
Yeah,
just
but y'all
complained
was
about a
still
second ago.
pregnant. So
Stop,
say that you have a girlfriend.
stop.
Y'all was
I'm
still
making a point.
pregnant. Y'all was
Stop,
sneaky link.
stop interrupting.
If I were you, I'd prefer a guy with hair too. You heard me? Some nice waves like mine, like for sure. Like that is better than being bald. You see, I'm not gonna pretend and say, oh.
To hurt people, you do.
Who do I go out to seek to hurt?
Me.
How did I seek to hurt you?
You are seeking to show the followers that I am basically not worth living.
Die Männer sich aussuchen. Auch wenn sie verheiratet sind. Aber sie muss ja nicht, wenn sie verheiratet sind.
Was that not directly
like,
from her?
You hear it in her voice.
I saw her say.
I think.
What I'm asking, what difference?
What you bring to the table. I think I would have pretty good answers for what I think I bring to the table. You don't have any?
No, not for you.
What does that mean? Not for me. Does that?
So they would have an understanding
it's
of
a
that.
public Twitter profile. Anybody could stumble upon your thing. I mean, even in your profile, there's no such asterisk or disclaimer that says attractiveness, and you own it. Couldn't you argue that it's actually more confident to be like, yeah, I'm a 7. That's how I am, versus.
With those big eyelashes, you look like a damn fool. No, we don't want you to wear a fake hair hat. It's disgusting. So I gotta speak on it when they're doing dumb things, because otherwise.
Get your wife on the phone.
What would you like to talk to her about?
I would like to ask her how the sex is.
Okay.
Wait, that's crazy. Come on. That's patriarchy. Is that the last tweet, right? Okay. Just double check if it is. So, why don't we get into the patriarchy stuff, and then we'll get into more.
If he wasn't a provider, what was he then? Why were you with him?
It was kind of long distance, so he was in.
So how does that make you special if everyone has it?
Gotcha, bitch. I'm not understanding.
I get what you're saying, but you're not saying it correctly. Do you mean you're saved by God's grace?
Yeah.
Because too often guys will look at her and say, you know, she's attractive. I want to smash. And because they want to smash, they're about to start tap dancing and like being real nice. And because they've never told her that.
11, Natty. So soon I gotta get going.
Okay.
When? Oh, we gotta get going. Like a few more minutes or something. Like 10 more minutes.
Okay.
Not yet.
Do you think she tried?
All right. What about you? You said no, and then what about you? Have you ever put your career in front of what? You have. You're right.
Indicate psychopathy. It's very common for stoic men to not care about the emotional status of a person who refuses to adhere
It's
to
very
logic.
common of men to be abusive. It doesn't mean it's right.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you guys have work?
Choosing work over that.
I hear you, love. As a man, I can take accountability and acknowledge that I'm imperfect. So, for example, if a chick said to me, like, hey, Marquette, you know, I really like guys with hair. Then I'll have to say, you know what?
I'm just gonna bite my tongue, but all right, out the description you guys fucking got. Like, I'm not. If you're just gonna fucking be rude about it. So, it's
for this case, right? If it were the case that were true,
Which it is.
If it is, then why doesn't a woman even or a man just hire a firm of these women and pay?
Nobody came to you on your Twitter. That's just you putting it out into the ether.
Well, yeah, it's called marketing. When you don't actually believe it.
No, she does believe it.
I do believe it.
It's her.
So then it's not marketing. I mean, it is in an extent of like it's a practice, like it's BDSM. Like if you're in a dom space or like for some a sub space, like this is what you're into. It doesn't mean you're into it all day.
It's the WNBA. There's a reason why people watch the NFL and there's no female NFL equivalent. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but human beings, when we're gonna sit here and like watch a competition, we want to see the best of humanity, and that is
lift up that primal carnal sexual nature towards something that is no longer.
Why is that my responsibility to
Well,
lift up their?
Hold on. It's not your responsibility.
Dark tattoos, they all have a meaning to them. Just because I have one on my neck doesn't mean I'm a fucking whore. You know?
Doesn't change the fact that there's a negative stigma to women with a lot of tattoos.
The men that I dated for years,
Yeah.
it's been tons over the years. I haven't counted.
Wait, can you tell us, like, from total collective?
Would interfere with someone else's will.
Because I don't know how you would get the abundance, right, in any other way than affecting people's will, or I don't see why you would need the spell to begin with.
We could be making a comparison of a woman who has a part-time job as a barista, and part of that data is also comparing it to men who work on oil rigs.
Feeling the opposite, this woman could destroy me. I understand why men would adopt I don't go around women without another man or another woman present who I trust, or I don't go to private lunches with women. Is a disagreement. How your emotional state from there is totally irrelevant to me.
Do you know that that's a symptom?
Of what? Goes near this whirlpool, gets sucked down, okay? And I say, listen, you're in this boat, but if you go towards that whirlpool, it's gonna suck you down. And you go, no, listen.
You need to stop fucking banging your nails on the table. Let me see the chat. By the way, feminine.
Although mine could be life or death, yours is not a life or death. Are those different?
Or right, it could be the life and death of your business. And yeah, that could
Absolutely not, because human beings want to watch the best of the best. That's what it is. Now, with your argument is, well, women have babies, and
We're so
that,
I mean, you guys can watch my live streams and watch his. What's his best game? What did he go here? Did he do better? 32 and 29? 32.
Ask my ex
Closer to the mic, please.
Ask my ex online boyfriend because I booked the hotel at the area that is really nearby his hometown.
And they don't make money as a result. Who's our fault here?
Okay, I totally understand that, but I also feel like men want to fund men's things and like
and stuff, but like they don't consider that there's low jobs that like they should also have if we truly want equality. Like, ain't no girl out there.
Appreciate it, bro. Should we do a voice call, or is she set up on like Discord?
I don't think it would be easy for her to move over to Discord with.
I'm just capable of doing the same thing men are doing, is what I'm saying. By choice of other people that are watching them or making them more money, whatever the case may be, women are still capable of doing the same thing men are doing, whether you want to watch.
It's where most of the child abuse occurs.
Yeah, but I mean, just saying that, pushing all these problems onto men, that's actually what's wrong with society. I think everything.
But I do understand what you're
Yeah, I
saying.
understand, but that would be the same way that the men walking down the street who were just walking over to talk to you.
He's like, I just want to prove to you.
I just want to prove to you that I'm not a horrible
and I like
predator.
have my
Yeah, you got your mace ready, everything.
Whatever the case may be, I was like, okay, how did he do in this game? And what do you guys think end up happening, man? What do you guys think end up happening? Let me go to where the other problem I have with these
Isn't it just now getting profitable? I think
No,
it's really
it's
like a
profitable.
hype thing
No,
that makes it.
Had a spike, but it wasn't even enough to like even hit the charts.
Yeah, they operate at a deficit every single year, and they're subsidized by the NBA.
By
They
men.
lose money
By
to
men.
operate.
I asked earlier if you consider yourself a feminist. You said no.
I wouldn't label
I mean,
myself
you're-
as that. I'm sure I align with feminist values. Yeah.
Right, because you.
I mean, Jesus Christ, where does he go here? Where does he go here? I mean, I cannot. 124 kills, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
You and he's not necessarily.
Not all women.
No.
I do.
No, I don't.
I do.
All right, let's operate in reality here real fast. If a guy doesn't meet a certain height requirement, if he doesn't speak a certain way, if he's not dressed,
and to be just always.
Why are you
Men are
doing that?
providers and protectors. That's the number one thing.
And what are women?
They cook and clean.
What do you?
We're nurturers.
You don't. Come on, you don't cook and clean.
Finally, the death of a friend in my arms basically. Fucked me up so bad that
He pulled up. She literally said that she went on 6 dates a week just to pay for
Yes.
groceries.
Thank you for bringing that up,
Yeah,
Kelly.
but some
Hold on,
guys
hold on.
are okay with like paying for dates, you know, but he's not personally, so it's like.
Wait a minute, like, what's wrong with you? Because you're a female, man. Jump on it. God damn.
super yacht. Super yacht. Because we're cool. No. Super.
Do you think it's his only nuke on this live stream? Yeah, it is. I was told so many times, Ears is legit. He's legit. He doesn't hide his screen. Yeah. I mean, but does
Yeah, I'm not
In
doing
her
it.
opinion,
Never
he's a
mind.
12 out of 10.
No.
No.
Is Rachel gonna go off?
She just said, read her my text from last night. And I'm not, no, we're not going in.
Okay.
That's not
All right.
happening.
Okay.
Go here. We got reverse boost. Wow. 63 Will. 63 and 6.
Get along. You'd be besties. He's a real winner, by the way.
Look, if
I mean, he probably is. He divorced you, right?
No, I divorced him.
Oh, well, that, I mean, that actually makes more sense.
so, look, if you want,
I mean,
But you want them to provide for you?
hold on. Let's let
And
her
you
finish.
rely on men for money, but you hate
I don't rely on men for money. I'm a bartender.
That's literally your actual profession.
I mean, I'm just going to be completely honest here. I don't feel like she said anything. I feel it's like if I was going to explain to a person in a video game.
Equity. Yeah. Talk to y'all about equity.
Equity in a pussy.
Man. You didn't even know the difference between probable and possible, man. Come on, man.
Women far more
Oh,
than it
I
hurts
agree.
men.
It hurts women more, but I think men are like I don't think men realize how damaging it is as well to them.
No, maybe. Of course, there's damage to all people.
And it's subsidized by men.
Taken care of. Daddy
Yes.
takes care of them.
But isn't like the reason why women's sports aren't viewed as much because
They're not
men
good.
only fund men businesses and
Most would probably say no. But if I asked if you've been to a professional male sporting event, they would say yes. So if women really loved women's sports as much as they say, and they were so strong feminists, they would never go to a guy's sports game, and they would just go to the women's one. But why?
By some of the best refurbishers in the world for way less than new. Enjoy your trip. Let them buy new. We'll buy back after.
So when somebody says to me, they're like, it's just my ideology, therefore it's just my opinion, and so therefore you trying to say anything about it isn't correct, it's like, no, I think it is. I think it's fine to say, see that vortex there?
Pretty normal where I live.
Well, can I ask this maybe a different way? Let us assume for a second that you met an attractive man in an age bracket that you thought was fantastic.
I don't think, yeah.
That's enough.
We ain't on Rumble yet. For you, confident or funny, pick one.
I would say funny.
Why funny?
It's just
Women tend to not deviate from what they like. Men will deviate from what they like and give a girl a chance at you.
They will.
So women are way more judgmental than
That's what I'm
us.
saying. So you can possibly say it's a side chick.
the judge how girls
What?
What? I don't think so.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, you guys fuck anything, honestly.
No, guys
seen your
judge
guys' DMs to
every
other
girl.
girls.
You know how we judge a
I've
man?
seen your DMs. I've seen your DMs.
Hey, but you know what? You feel skinny, right? Yo, I'm anorexic. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. That's how I feel. Let's go. I'm skinny. Yeah. All right. Now,
One of my good friends who by society standards would probably be
is that guy?
Who is Belladonna?
Belladonna was one of the most famous porn stars in the world.
Do you not?
No, she's actually. She's actually.
like that. Nick's giving yes.
No, she's
He's
in the-
implying yes.
No, I don't think.
Can I see a picture of her?
Your position is insurmountable. Come, it seems
Well,
The
seems
silence
like you're
is so
taking it pretty
loud.
seriously. You're trying to take some shots, but it's fine.
It's the water.
What?
It's water.
We're drinking water.
No, more traditional.
Yeah, I think most people peg me as traditional because I like men to provide and women to stay feminine and all that. But I don't have a problem.
What is the moral problem?
I mean, that dude's like a piece of shit.
Why? Why would it make him a piece of shit?
Because he doesn't value women as much as he values men.
He doesn't value
Her best
Wait,
Kiko.
wait,
Come on. Wait, what? Wait, who? What did you say?
She said she didn't like transphobic comics.
No, that's not what she said.
She said that she.
Application. So what I'm saying to you is, if she's willing to cross the street based on her sexism, there's this low percentage of men who are actually predatory. In fact, almost every man you walk by in the middle of the night,
Apathy.
psychopathy doesn't exist.
It does.
It doesn't.
It's the lack of empathy for another's
Nope.
feelings.
Okay, so you're a psychologist, right?
Remember I said
saying disgusted was too harsh, and that I wish that I would have said, you know, I retracted the statement and said, you know, yeah.
Well, okay, a lot of women, I think a couple.
Handle something in the realm of fucking visual.
Okay, let me.
I
Coherence.
draw the line at sexual assault.
Okay, so do I.
Yeah,
so
no,
when
you
I say
just
I have a
literally
valid
tried-
opinion, I'm not going to argue with somebody's opinion of me.
Okay, all right.
He's entitled
So I do want to come back. Actually, before I get back to one thing, in an email you sent me, you said you have.
So you didn't care about him anymore that much. Okay. Okay. What about you? You have
Even though I do OnlyFans doesn't mean that I'm not a classy woman. Even though I have
you
like
have a throat tattoo.
I was about to say that. Did you not hear me?
It's a
I said
butterfly.
even though I have tattoos, which is gonna be in your guys' questions, is it lonely?
I won't, because I can vicariously live through them, you know, be an aunt, whatever. Like, I don't need to have kids to feel fulfilled.
$100. Jesus would have hung her on the cross.
I remember the days of ticket overload, putting out fires, systems not working. But then we just
what?
Books, movies.
Oh, you wrote a book on skincare?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have other books in the chamber.
Like what?
Soon to come. I have really good books.
Name a type of reviews that somebody.
It's so broad that it encompasses everything.
It's the degradation. It's the degradation. It's the calculated degradation.
Women of color. So Nick, you're gonna pull up, it's in the wage gap folder, the Asian women.
discovered.
Isaiah, thank you, man. Appreciate it. There's a delay in that one coming in. Thank you, Isaiah.
Because I don't give a.
You didn't give me that. Get your wife on the phone.
What would you like to talk to her about?
I would like to ask her how the sex is.
Okay.
Wait, that's correct.
Yeah. How I find it interesting how girls, right, have an issue with men judging a book by its cover, but you guys judge a book by its cover all the time. If a guy comes up to you,
That doesn't mean it's right.
Yeah, but now you're conflating two different things. So I would agree.
Psychopathic individuals are abusive.
Yeah, but
Just
not all
because
abusive
it's
people.
been.
I like your flash.
Do you ever get that you look like Paris Hilton?
Yeah, I get that a lot. I don't try to. I don't.
Yeah, I
try
know,
to
but
look like
literally,
that.
my first thing when I saw you was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, you
We're out to dinner. Maybe.
Wow.
5 years, by the way.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm a gentleman, okay?
Didn't live with her either.
I am a gentleman.
Was she ugly and fat?
No. Why?
Like, someone's already got that. It's done. It's done.
What's that?
You can delete all the clips. You can delete the VOD. Someone's already got that.
Yeah.
They've already reported it.
Okay, end the stream.
There's plenty of guys that I've been seeing that I've been like, don't really think I see a future with you. And like, that's on my own volition. Like, sure, have there been guys that like, everything that I thought was true exploded. And I finally started allowing in.
Sometimes it's the idea of this universal constant, which then delivers the thing unto you that you want. Sometimes it's called the law of attraction. Sometimes it's called other things. But that's basically what it's doing.
Hate. I would say you're in my world with men, you're guilty until proven innocent.
Did something happen in that?
Is you have a rather traditional stance on who should pay, yet you are quite non-traditional.
Okay, and my problem is that you expect girls to go halves on the first date, and you're not.
Anything to do with the fact that there would be way less catty bullshit, backstabbing, bitching, whining, complaining, telling you all about how such and such is a mean bitch. The second she walks out of the room to you, and you have drama click.
The relationship, right?
Somebody loves me, and I love them, then I keep dating them. I don't really worry about the why.
So you don't know what you bring to the table?
I don't really give it that much concern.
okay. So men your age, I would say, probably, right? In your age group. So they suck ass because they want sneaky links, and what else was the term used?
Fuck buddies.
Fuck buddies. Okay.
I say stuff that might have a little bit of truth behind it, but also, I mean, this is a job for me too, so you're playing into the kids a little bit.
Give a shit
how he
Do you
affects
usually, when
anybody.
people, do you usually try to sexually assault people you feel have emotionally done that to you?
I assault people who assault me.
I thought if you write it as
Do you know any like
the gift exemption, I think this year is like 12 or 14 grand. I'd have to look up with the IRS, so it's more than that. So I think, and I don't mess with tax fraud. I'm afraid of the government.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Stop the payload.
Well, we're just assuming it for
Would you
like the
not-
sake of the hypothetical.
Would you not say the same thing about men?
No.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. If you
What
have
about the men that can't keep it in their pants?
if you,
That-
insofar as the labor she actually does and the labor he's actually doing, it's about the same. It just causes right? They cause all sorts of issues. They can
flashing their titties in a park for equality. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a lot of public flashers that are dudes. Like, I'm interested in seeing a woman, you know, take that stand. So.
I think if people
What kind of guns do you like to shoot?
I used to own a Glock 17. I don't own that right now. But I go to Tiro Segna sometimes in Manhattan. If you behave better,
Look,
And more after that one thing.
There's a lot of people
People
that
miscarriages.
Exactly.
Look,
They can't carry a
There's a lot of men that don't
I
have
have
good
to-
semen to have kids. So
She keeps saying a lot.
I gave
It's so
the example.
imprecise.
who get hazard pay.
And then where are you guys pulling your stuff from?
Nick, you can pull up pay scale. Pay scale is a fairly, it's actually pretty. I think it's actually pretty left.
By the way.
Like, if
I mean, he probably is. He divorced you, right?
No, I divorced him.
Oh well, that actually makes more sense.
So look, if you want Andrew to respect,
You don't know BBC? Okay.
That's why Captain Marvel, like, she's not as interesting as the other superheroes. I mean, again, all I'm trying to say is that the hero's journey is a masculine journey. That's what I'm trying.
It was funny, and it was. So
Yeah, I mean, I could see that being funny to tell somebody to get the fuck out of your